Boy. Okay, let me explain a bit about this system. I'll go through different slides. First of all, how this platform works, and then I'll quickly give you an overview of each screen. You can see we've got different screens. We've got the admin, provider, and the buyer as well. I'll take you through a detailed look at how these AI features actually function in practice. But let's go back to begin with, let's look at these first images. So basically, on this platform, there are a variety of different roles, right? As the owner of the site, when you purchase this specific marketplace, you can determine and set your own custom pricing structures on the system. And then each individual provider will then be required to pay that specific price in order to list their business on the platform. We've also got the public, we've got the buyer, who are the public users. They'll be able to use the advanced AI features to actually upload a specific image of the events they're looking for, or even upload several similar wedding images, or indeed absolutely whatever they want. So the AI will then simply find a perfectly suitable vendor or service provider for them. I'll just give you a quick demonstration of what it actually looks like for the buyer here. Right, there we go. All right, I'm already logged in, and if I go to, I'll go to vendor. Sorry, it's under artwork, yeah. So here, I'm just going to zoom out of the view ever so slightly. Yes. So we've got this specific AI. So rather than having the user scrolling all the way through the portfolios, they can actually type in a description of exactly what it is they're looking for, right? So let's see. All right. So this is my input. The dreams in detail and the vision board upload. So I've already uploaded one photo and I've put a description here. This is just a basic detail, and I'll simply click on this button here to get the recommendation. Right then, here we go. So here, since we don't actually have a particular beach wedding one, the AI has provided some helpful recommendations for us to consider. But let's try another one. Let me quickly reset it. Alright, let's try this specific style of wedding, shall we? So here, after I click on Find, you can see the AI has suggested some portfolios. And then, of course, I can click on it. And I'll be able to see all the details, the reviews, the locations, and the galleries as well. And then I can click on Book Now, I can book, select my dates, and I can click on Checkout as well. Or, instead of doing it directly, yes, I'm just waiting for Stripe to load. Here it is, Stripe. So from here, you can make your purchase. I'll just close it, shall I? Instead of booking directly, you can also send over a detailed initial inquiry. So then in the inquiry section, you should be able to begin a proper, helpful conversation with them, right? So then you can go back and forth with the supplier to tell them all about your specific wedding day requirements and preferences and so on, if you'd like to get that sorted out before making the actual booking. And yes, that's viewing the whole situation slightly from the buyer's perspective, isn't it? And now let's turn our attention back once more to the section on how you can actually go about generating some revenue on the platform. So this is just one clear example of how you can charge your suppliers a fixed monthly fee. So, as I mentioned, we have the admin panel. Let me quickly show you. Okay, here is the admin. Let me just sign in quickly. And under the branding section here, you can set your own price. So right now it's set to 0, isn't it? So if I just take a moment to go back to the provider, because the provider is the one who will be making the payments, as you might expect, of course. We'll just wait a second and let that load up. Yes, let's wait. Yeah. Now, if I go to pricing, you can see the pricing is set to 0. Alright, so tomorrow I could perhaps change it to 29, click on save, and then in the vendor section now, There we are. It should be reflected, shouldn't it? Yeah, that is exactly how the system works. So I've set it to the year 2029 and it should eventually show up. Sorry, alright, yes, it is definitely showing up right here now. Apologies for my screen, I'm having a few issues. Right, anyway, let's carry on. So to provide a bit more detail about the model, we already have an AI feature, so it follows quite naturally that you can enhance it and add even more value to the platform if you wish, and our team will actually be responsible for undertaking those developments for you. You can, of course, broaden the scope of your digital platform to incorporate a much wider variety of different types of professional wedding service providers, well beyond the constraints of our single initial category. For example, things like makeup, dresses, and, I don't know, catering services and so on. Well, you get the idea. And later on, you can, of course, increase your price. And of course, you can reach more vendors worldwide, can't you? Rather than just local ones. Anyway, the platform's already an international one. So you are the owner. You can decide how you want to generate more income from this platform. And here, we have the vendors process. So basically, the vendors create a shop and upload the images. Let me quickly show you how the vendors actually work. Here is the dashboard for the provider. So as the provider, he will see the bookings section. He will be able to manage his team, so he can add more themes to a specific package. For example, on this package, you can see if I click on Create New, you can set the team, the name, the price, your images, and you invite your team to this package and send the invitation, right? And you have the dedicated shopfront area in the storefront. You can conveniently upload all of your various galleries, just like a professional photographer can showcase and display his photos, portfolios, and so on. And it will appear on the public page, of course, which I've already shown you here. Let me quickly show you again. Screen, yes, here is the shopfront. Right, so we have the galleries, every user can actually view it. And we have the payout section, so you can see all the payments you've received, which is connected directly using Stripe Connect. We also have the calendar view. You can see all your details that have been booked and so on directly here. And we have a messaging feature included here as well. So as you can see, you can conveniently manage and handle all of the messages for your clients right here. And yes, that's just a little bit of an overview regarding the section for the provider, right? Let me quickly go back to the image. So, as I was saying, a vendor can manage the calendar. They'll be able to set up the teams and they'll be able to talk to the client via the chat system we've implemented. We've implemented it, and it's actually linked to Stripe as well, so they can receive payments directly as a vendor. Right then, let me go over the user view once again. So this is for the public. Again, I am once again referring to Visa. In the public view, this is where the user will see the home page and every single one of the specific details on the platform. This essentially represents the public-facing side. View for guests. So they'll have the range of AI-powered features which they can browse through and book, check availability, securely make their payments directly on the platform, and manage their bookings, and so on. It's fairly straightforward for the user, nothing complicated here. And of course, as I was saying, it is a marketplace with AI. They'll simply need to type a description of what they're looking for, and it will extract some keywords based on whatever they've entered. It'll then conduct a comprehensive search in our database, and the AI will automatically generate and provide recommendations based on the specific information provided by the user. Right, and they can view more details about the vendors. Yeah, that's a bit about the platform. Let us know if you have any further questions. About the platform. Of course, please feel free to get in touch if you have any questions or if there's any additional development you'd like us to do. Thank you. Goodbye.